I can hear you.
Okay, my name's Janie Black, and as you know, you've seen a whole bunch of videos. This is the first time interviewing somebody, so I'm pretty stoked that it's Al Halverson at Cleanest Secondary School. This is about the Little Mountain cleanup project called Do Something. So Al, I've told you about the project, and one of the topics that I had is to include your geography class. What do you think that'll look like for your class?
Of course, grade 12 is getting ready to graduate. We want to make them socially responsible in projects like this to take part in. Even though we think grade 12 would have a lot of initiative on their own, the first time they get involved in something like this, they have to actually be told by the handbook and say, yes, it's okay to volunteer. And it's also a good idea, I think, because it's getting them out of the school into the community, so we're not kind of just here on Galina's campus and not being noticed. The community helps us a great deal with scholarships and bursaries and sponsor our team, so that would be a way for the school, as far as the student body, to give something back to the community. That's a good idea.
Awesome.
And it does suit my geography class because certainly environmental issues are very important to talk about.
Wonderful. Well, we'll keep in communication about that to see what else will help. I had a great conversation today with a lady from the RDN to have free access to dumping. So I don't know if it would help, but have the geography class involved with like the recycling bit, or seeing how much gets pulled out of there, or if they physically want to take on.
Well, I would think, as besides just the physical work of hauling the garbage and debris out, it's to have a look at the area, because in geography we study the plants and vegetation, the soil, the drainage patterns, all of that is, well, of course that's contaminating that site.
Yeah.
And so for the students it'll be more than just the cleanup part. It'll be studying an area that's been damaged and see if it can be brought back to its natural state. And even if it's a small scale, it's still, that's how you learn.
Okay.
You start on a project that's manageable, it's local, it'll be probably fairly high profile because Little Mountain is kind of a landmark in the area. It's also the name of the climbing wall.
It's the name of the climbing wall!
It's where we used to practice rappelling that started all of this.
Oh,
this
great.
Little Mountain.
Oh.
It's also the site of the Hammerfest, which was a Galina's event when it first started.
That's right.
It was the race around Little Mountain, so it does have some meaning to the kids in the school.
Yeah. So how long has this climbing gym been open?
Since 1994.
Wow.
Yeah, about 17 years.
Wow. Have you been a teacher here that long?
35 years.
Oh my goodness!
I've been here longer than anyone.
So he's got strings to pull, literally.
Yes. I'm teaching children, students I taught in elementary school.
Oh wow. Wow.
But that's kind of...
I think you're a bit of an icon in the community.
Might be.
Okay, well, another idea that I had, and I don't know 100% how it would go, but if we needed to raise money, I was thinking of doing like a climb-athon, where however many feet are climbed here might be sponsored by like pledges from businesses in the community. What would that look like for you? Would that work?
Certainly we're always keen on climbing. I would like to see another program that would enhance some site, and the funds we use to raise to cover that, not something just for money for students to spend or subsidize a trip. I would rather see it spent on another project.
Right.
So if we'd used the wall for fundraisers before. If Little Mountain needed more than just volunteers, then use Little Mountain climbing wall as a way to fundraise to help cover any costs that might be incurred in cleanup. And I could see those working side by side, as well as it would bring that idea and that project to the school's attention, to the rest of the student body, not just my Geography 12 class.
Right, exactly. Well, good.
And you'd be surprised to think that the majority of our students are very environmentally conscious. They're very concerned about their future. As much as sometimes teenagers don't get credit for thinking that far ahead, they do.
Yeah.
And I know my geography class, I'll make sure this becomes a pet project for them. We do visit other sites. We visit the beach and we look at the groin and beach erosion, and we visit the estuary, and we're thankful that money was raised to save that. And we studied river flow and what wildlife is living there and vegetation. And through the course you break up all all of the, as far as studying the world and how it functions, but by the end of the course, you're trying to go to a site and say, oh, this is what's happening here, and you put all the pieces together. So a project like this would be something to work all the way through the course towards really understanding how the environment works,
Right.
how people can get up and volunteer and make a change, and that's, I think, what makes Canada a good country is most of the great things are done by volunteers.
Well, I certainly appreciate all of your insight and your help
You're welcome.
and your guidance. And you were one of the first people that I came to check in to say what should I think about with this project. So at this point in the game, do you have any recommendations or things that we should think about to make this a success?
Pick a start date.
March 23rd.
That's where you start. This is when we're going to go. And I think once you set a date, it'll happen.
Yeah. Well, every Wednesday, starting next Wednesday, from 10 until 1, it's a Wheelbarrow Wednesday. Bring your wheelbarrow and your pickup truck, and we're going to hike in from the bottom. And that's kind of self-help, get all the, people who are training physically. It's a really great workout. I went there today for 2.5 hours, and my arm still hurts. So.
Your following will increase. It takes 3 solid sessions there, and then people will join in. But it takes 3, so don't be discouraged.
Yeah, thank you.
Even if I show up and there's only 2 people here, I'm still quite happy. I never think of numbers, I always look at planting seed. Because those people will tell others, and they'll recruit, and within 3, you'll have lots of it. They'll be looking for more garbage to buy.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you again so much for your time. Really appreciate it.